What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to 3 a.m. Therapy. And for today's topic, I just want to be free. Now, what does that mean? A lot of people ask me what the fuck I mean when I just want freedom. When I say I just want freedom, I guess that could mean a lot of things. Uh, more specifically, it started with just wanting to be free with money, not having to work till you fucking turn 70 and then retire to actually live life for the next 15, God willing, 20, 30, 40, 50 else years you got left on this earth. And I think that's a pretty sad ass way to live. So how do I set my life up as so right now? Well, that's what I've been pondering lately. Like, how do I get independent from the system, from the machine? And I've come to the realization that nobody, and it's such a simple realization, but still it's so powerful. What employee, what worker in the history of this fucking country has ever became wealthy from just being an employee or worker? Now, I don't know what your culture is like, but for me personally, people pride themselves over what type of job you work. What just getting a good job. I'm sure a lot of you have heard the phrase or the sentiment of getting a good job, being a doctor, being a lawyer, et cetera, et cetera. But I've realized that even those high paying jobs don't really free you the way you would think. Like, yeah, you might be making a little over 100,000 a year after taxes. I mean, what does that come out to be? You feel me? But nonetheless, I've realized that it's just not done. It's not able to be done through that. Um, and the other day, yesterday actually, I was talking to my mom because I just had this realization as well of what type of lens, what's the difference between people who effortlessly just bring wealth into their lives. Well, we could say, well, they grew up with wealthy parents, they were born into it, and whatnot, or they got lucky or whatnot. But I don't think that's the case for everything. I feel like still these people are equipped with the knowledge it takes to make that money, right? Which is different from how I was raised. I was raised knowing more about working, getting money through a job than I guess owning my own business, right? And I equated that down to when I was explaining to her the way we see what type of lens are we looking through in the world. See wealthy people who view the world through leverage and systems and how to build those systems and create leverage and therefore wealth. They see the world like that. So I was like, basically, if Jeff Bezos fell off and lost everything today, would he have to start from ground zero working as a McDonald's worker? Like, yeah, he'd have to start from ground zero, but knowing all the knowledge that he has and the way he sees the world through the lens of I don't even know what to call them, but fucking just somebody who a wealthy person who knows how to leverage and how to, you know what I'm saying. But he would have that still. So I don't think he would be working as no fucking McDonald's worker and nothing like that. He would start amassing wealth in the smaller ways that he knows how to, building those systems versus the lens that we see the world through. Like, I ain't even gonna say we, but I mean people who can relate, who didn't grow up with much or didn't grow up with that type of knowledge. How do we see the world? Well, I don't even think we see the world fully for what's available to us. Kind of just think in a consumer mindset. what can I get rich quick off of, the just the basics, the intros into shit like and jobs. And that's I don't want to come off like that's not, I don't give a fuck how I come off. Honestly, I'm just talking my shit. I'm just talking about what I've been thinking about lately. But it's not everybody's position to want to amass wealth. I really think that's just a social media trend at this point. Like when people started becoming like when passive income was blowing up on YouTube and shit, and everybody was seeing that, and it started popping off. Like, of course, who wouldn't want to live that type of lifestyle? But I think that a lot of people go into this shit and they don't really know their self. Like, you think even me, even the people I talk to about this type of shit, you don't really know yourself until you get to that point, if that makes sense. Like, you can want that, but wanting is free. Who wouldn't want that? And you could call yourself wanting to be an entrepreneur because you want the lifestyle, but that's not really, after all of that falls away from your identity. What is it that you really are? Are you really a consumer at the end of the day? Are you really just a worker wanting a different lifestyle, but not, it's not really in you to go after that different lifestyle in the ways that it takes to get to that? Because that's a whole separate thing. That might not be your cup of tea at the end of the day. So then you might find it better to settle into the lifestyle of the working class, I guess, to put it. But other people and some people will find out that, excuse me, maybe that was what they were looking for all along. Maybe that was what they were good at all along. Not just playing the game by what's been given to them, but building systems, building wealth, and creating leverage in different areas. I don't know. Sorry if I lost you. I'm just ranting. I'm just venting. But my ultimate gripe here is just, it's a hard world out here, and you can't just sit on your ass. Well, I guess you could, but to live, to survive comfortably, you got to get out and do something, right? You got to get out, and you have no choice but to work. But I feel like from this young mindset, it's kind of scary. It just looks like people do a lot of working to live, to secure what they got, just to be stable versus actually living. And I don't know if I could say that's really a life worth living at that point. If you just go to work every day enough to pay your bills and get by, and keep a base level of balance of what you have. If 90% of your time goes to working to put 90% of your money into the house that you're renting, or the apartment you're renting, the car that you're financing, all of this shit, like, I don't know how to put it. I just guess I feel like it just seems a bit like a show sometimes. And what's more than that? What's Is there more to life than to work, eat, shit, sleep, have fun here and there, maybe drink with your guys, or go out with your girls, or just a little bullshit like that we do that we can afford the time to do? Like those things that I listed just be for specific people. That's not how everybody has their fun. But is all the work just to afford our little moments of fun, just to do it all over again till we either retire, and for some people who don't even have space to retire, just work till you die. Like, I feel like there's more to life than that. And if there is, I gotta secure that. The only way through to that is through being a business owner, or learning how to create this leverage that I was talking about, and build these systems. Um, which is I didn't go deeper into that, but I feel like I've just noticed that that's a lot of what wealthy people do. We look at the system and the machine and being a cog in the machine, but they most people who have wealth just replicated the type of system. This is just the ultimate system, I guess. Like, but a mini system would also, I don't know. I'm chatting shit, bro. But that's all I've got for the topic right now. There's probably so much more I want to say, so many ways I want to say it. I probably don't agree with half of the shit I said in this video or think it's a correct representation of what I really feel like on the topic. But this channel is honestly just for that. It's really for me. It's to become a better speaker, become a better, like, have better flow with my words and be conscious of it at the same time. So bear with me. Some of these videos in the beginning might be shit. Half of y'all probably won't sit through to the end to what I'm talking about now, and that's okay. At some point I will be more precise in the way I speak and the matters of what I'm speaking about and convey my point clearly. You know, that's a part of what this channel was about. Also, just to go into something for like nonstop. Like if I was to create a YouTube video a day for 100 days, by the end of that I've had 100 videos. What are the chances that I'll have 1 or 2 subscribers like I have now by the end of those 100? What the fuck? By the end of those 100 videos, what are the chances that I'll only have 1 or 2 subscribers? I don't know. I feel like this slim to none. Just got no choice but to grow with effort and consistency. And so that's another thing about what this channel is. But I don't know, man. I chatted shit today, but I just wanted to get something out there and just wanted to push myself today and actually get off my ass and make a video. So here it is. Until next time.